Hello and welcome to Cthree Vohm. Today we're going to be reviewing the Toro Subtank by Goocig,
who we are mildly upset with at the moment.
Yes, I'll go into that when we actually take this thing apart, but suffice to say I had to break it before I could use it.
With a hammer. But then again, we haven't had a very lucky day today, so it could just be the fates.
Yes, could just be the fates working against us. I am very public about my love of this particular tank, and as you can see I own the black one, the grey one, the stainless steel one, sorry, and now the copper one. And I will allow me to show you why I think this is such a brilliant tank. And we will do a flavour test later on so you can get an idea of how it feels, how it works and all that. So let's take a close-up and we can get to the actual meat of this matter. So here's how the Toro comes. It comes in fairly plain packaging, but I will state this. Goocig are an independent company, they're not available in shops, so if you want one of these you'll have to go to goocig.com. And again, full disclosure, I did not receive this for free. All the stuff we're reviewing and looking at is all paid for by us at the moment. But, like I said, in this...
with exception to e-liquids, every now and then we do get a freebie.
In this box you have obviously your instructions. You also get a 0.3 ohm coil, which is currently in it, and a 0.5. And you get a spare glass tank. And how fortunate that is, because when I got this one, I don't know whether it's just due to the transit or whether it was just an actual flaw. The way this tank fits together, there's a little O-ring in there, and that had melted and fused to the original glass tank. Fortunately, owing to me having 3 of them, I had spare glass tanks, so I had to take a hammer to it to separate it. But that is just baffling as to why that happened. It's never happened with any of the ones I've ever bought before, and I've bought a few. Well, let's get this out of the packaging and I'll show you its inner workings. It unscrews from both the bottom and the top. The bottom obviously is where you change your coil, and this is a very clever little tank, because even though these coils I'm using are Goocig originals, it can accept Aspire Atlantis coils, Triton coils, and the coils for the Sense Heracles. So you've got options if you don't want to order them from China from the manufacturer. All this is just held together with O-rings, so they just wiggle out.
Or at least they should.
Or at least they should. There we go.
Hey.
And that is basically it. I mean, the coil sits inside this little cage here, which is attached to here. Simple, nice, clean little tank. But what makes this so good for me is A, the capacity. The capacity, it's 3 mil. It's not great, it's not bad, but it's not great. It comes nowhere near the CCI Triforce. But it's good for when you're out and about and you don't have to refill it. It's good enough. And I vape quite heavily, so your mileage may vary. Its simplistic design is another reason I like it, but the airflow on this is amazing. As you can see, these are very wide airflow holes. And you do get the additional option, because this is a top fill tank. But the top fill is what really makes this an amazing tank for me. Because unlike so many other tanks I have used, those holes in the top are big enough for you to get a pipette dripper in. I know, it's astounding. Even something like the UL Raphael is not big enough to fit a dripper in comfortably. It comes with a plastic drip tip, which I normally like to change out, because the plastic is very brittle, and unfortunately I am a clumsy bastard. So I normally change it for a metal one, which you've probably seen earlier on the other 2. The finish is really nice on the copper one. I expected this to look really, really tacky, but that is actually a really nice finish, and I appreciate that. But the real test of any tank comes down to how well does it work. Well, let's juice it up and we will find out. And for the purposes of that, I am going to be using Cottontail Cream by Lost Arts Liquids. But I want to show you first, and prove to you that I am not a liar. And hopefully not knock things over. Here we have your standard eyedropper refilling a jig. And it fits in.
Hold it open.
Oh my god, does it fit in? That is amazing. Just show you again. There's always going to be some like overspill because obviously the pipette's been in the liquid and it's going to run down the side. Probably should have put this on a mod before refilling it, but I am an idiot. Thank you, Liberty, for rushing in with the vape cloth to assist.
Magic vape cloth.
As you can see, it fits inside the hole. That is so much of a time saver, because before I've had to buy like little needle tip bottles and empty stuff into them in order to fill my tanks, but with this I'll just take any bottle with me and just drip it in like normal. Takes a little while, but then again so does filling any tank. Word of advice though, when first filling this, don't do what I've done. Don't leave the airflow open. It does actually say on the instructions not to, when you first fill it, have the airflow open, but again, I'm not a professional, I'm an idiot. But we're going to let this soak for a little few minutes, and then we're going to give it a vape, and I'll let you know how it is. So, we've got the new Toro all juiced up, next to the other two Toros, my trio of Toros, if you will. And I know for a fact that the vaping taste off these is amazing, but I've never tried the Cottontail Cream liquid before, so here goes. That's actually a really nice liquid, but as you can see, the main selling point for the Toro, I'm running this on the 0.3 ohm coil at 100 watts. And it is giving off great flavour, amazing clouds. This is a great tank to get. I'll put a link in the description below to Goocig.com, the website where you can buy these. And for all those people out there who like to have rebuildable tanks, they have now released the Toro RTA. But don't just take my word for it. Here, give it a try.
Okay. Oh, that's... The cloud's thick, but not sickly. That's really nice. It's...
The airflow is great on it, isn't it? I mean, that's opened up all the way, but you can run it quite comfortably halfway.
Easily. That is good. Let's give it back before I nick it.
Yeah, this is actually a really good... It's a really well made, really well designed tank, and the fact that you can get a pipette into the fill holes at the top.
And standard drip tip as well. Swap
exactly,
them out. It's
genius. Standard 510 drip tip. You can swap it for anything. As you can see, I've changed it for a gold skull because I honestly don't like plastic drip tips. Some people do, some people like the rubber ones. I prefer the metal ones because they're a bit more hard wearing.
I like the plastic and rubber ones because it smacks against my teeth. And I've just had to have fillings redone because of hitting my teeth on the metal ones. So I really should swap it over. The metal ones look nicer, I think.
Yeah.
In terms of, you know, they definitely look nicer, but...
But I think the gold skull works really well with the copper finish on this.
Yeah.
So yeah, this has been our review of the Goocig Toro. Out of 10, I'd probably give it about a 9. This particular one, I'd give an 8, but that's only because of the problem that it came with. But once that problem was resolved, back up to a nice, comfortable 9. And if I lost this, by God, would I order another one.
We'll keep you updated what happens once the complaint goes in about the whole glass issue. I mean, it was solved. It was a bit of a ball ache to sort out, but
And we did lose the spare before we'd even started.
But it's kind of worth it for the tank. It definitely, for what you get. And it comes with a spare as well, which is
I will make it clear that that was a freak incident.
Yeah.
I've ordered 3 other Toros and they've all been fine. And I'm probably going to order the Toro RTA as well because Goocig do a really good job. And the fact that their coils are compatible with so many others, it makes it so affordable to be able to replace it, especially if you've got multiple ones that use the same coil. For example, Aspire Atlantis coils. I've got the Aspire Atlantis, the Vaportech Morpheus, the Toro, obviously. All these use Aspire Atlantis coils, so it makes my vaping experience so much more affordable.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I like about the iSub is the coils are so cheap to replace. I mean, I like drippers and building my own coils, but, you know, sometimes you don't want to be rebuilding, you just want to put something in and go. And that's what I love about these ones, where you just put your own, you know, you buy them. But if you can use them on multiple tanks, it's even better.
Yeah, so, gotta say, pretty damn good. So, thank you all for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe.
And check out our giveaway. Once we hit 50 subscribers, we'll be giving away cups like these. Randomly. So, have a look, share, enjoy, and, yeah, most importantly, subscribe.
See you later.